Welcome to Iron Harvest. Iron Harvest is a real-time strategy game set in the alternate history of 1920 plus. In this video, we are going to teach you the basics to become a feared commander for one of the game's three factions: Polania, Rusviet, and Saxony. When you're new to Iron Harvest or RTS games in general, we strongly advise you to play the Polania campaign before jumping into multiplayer, skirmishes, or challenges. The Polania campaign is the first of our three story campaigns and acts as a tutorial, teaching you everything you need to know to thrive on the battlefield. Like all our campaigns, you can play it alone or in co-op. Skirmishes are individual matches you play against the AI. You can customize the game to your desired difficulty, the map, and even starting resources. Challenges are tough missions with special gameplay twists. Usually you need to play a challenge multiple times to master it and earn all the reward milestones. Multiplayer matches you against other players in nail-biting battles with up to 6 players. We add new maps and gameplay modes constantly, so make sure to check out what is new on a regular basis. Let's jump into the middle of the Polania campaign. In any mission, you'll find all your units at the bottom of the screen. Each mech, hero, and soldier squad with up to 5 members has its own card. On the card, you can see the status of the unit. You can select units by clicking on the card and jump to them by double-clicking. Right next to the unit cards, you can see all the actions and special abilities the selected unit can perform. The minimap on the left gives you a good overview and makes it easy to give units movement orders over long distances. Pressing the M key allows you to open a bigger version of the map. To build or repair units, you need 2 resources: iron and oil. You get them by collecting resource stashes and by conquering or holding iron mines and oil pumps. You can build units in barracks and workshops, upgrade them to get access to better units, and to expand your maximum army size. Keep your eyes and ears open for notifications that appear on the right side of the screen. They inform you about important events, like the discovery of enemy units, battle outcomes, or attacks on your base. Hit the space key to jump directly to the position of the last notification. We worked hard to streamline the game's HUD as much as possible, but Iron Harvest has tons of units and features. Whenever you're lost, move your cursor over a UI element to learn more about it. We explain many features and controls in the Polania tutorial. Should you ever want to reread something, head over to the glossary, where you can find all the tutorial steps listed. Fundamentally, Iron Harvest is about fighting the enemy units under favorable circumstances, such as having more units than the enemy, better weapons, or occupying superior positions. Weapons in Iron Harvest behave like you would expect. A flamethrower or an MG are fantastic weapons against infantry, but they're not very effective against armored mechs. For these iron monsters, you need cannons or even explosives. A shotgun might do more damage than a rifle, but has a shorter attack range. Thankfully, in Iron Harvest, each infantry unit can equip weapons and also equip weapons of infantry that were eliminated in battle. Switching weapons and making sure to use the right weapon against the right kind of enemy is essential. Some weapons do more than just damage the enemy. MGs, for example, suppress enemy movements, while explosives throw infantry to the ground. Many units have additional special attacks that give them an advantage in certain situations or against certain enemies. You can learn about each unit's armor, weapons, and special abilities in its tooltip, as well as in the glossary. Infantry units can use cover or occupy buildings to reduce the chances of being hit. Use cover whenever you can, but beware. Most cover in-game can be destroyed. When you see enemy infantry squads in cover behind a wall, use a hand grenade or large caliber cannon to destroy it. Many mechs have weaker armor in the back. Attack them from behind to deal extra damage. If you want to move your mech away from the enemy but don't want to expose your weak point, hold C and right click while giving the movement order. The mechs will move in reverse. Should your troops be overwhelmed by enemy forces, use the retreat order. Your units will retreat to the nearest base or medic tent where you can heal and reinforce them, or use engineers and medics to do the same at the front. You want to keep your experienced units alive because veteran and elite units are stronger than regular units and sometimes have special abilities. Weapon systems like field cannons, heavy MGs, or mortars can be occupied by one of your squads. These weapons are very powerful, but also slow. Kill the crew of a weapon system without destroying it so you can use it yourself. Even the best tacticians can't win a war without a steady supply of new units. Infantry units are trained in the barracks, mechs are built in the workshop. Both buildings can be upgraded to unlock new building options and increase your maximum army size. All of this costs 2 resources, iron and oil. Make sure to capture iron mines and oil pumps on the map using your infantry. As long as you hold a resource node, you'll continue to gather a steady flow of that resource. You can upgrade a resource point to get even more resources. Alternative sources for iron and oil are resource stashes and the wrecks of mechs. Select an infantry unit and right-click on the wreck of a mech to harvest the precious resources. Use engineers to build buildings and fortifications in your base like barbed wire, mines, and sandbag barriers, which can be used as cover. Engineers can also build bunkers that differ from faction to faction. They are a great way to defend your base and your most important resource nodes. Hold the left mouse button when you place a building to orient the building any way you like. This is particularly important when placing bunkers, because not all bunkers can defend themselves in all directions. When you order infantry units to occupy a bunker, you can offset its weaknesses in terms of range, fire cone, or preferred armor type. The HQ is where you build hero units and order reinforcements during skirmishes and multiplayer battles. In most cases, when you lose your HQ, the game is over. In skirmish matches, you play against the AI. You can set rules like preferred match length, army sizes, starting resources, and victory conditions. In the standard skirmish and multiplayer modes, your goal is to reach a set number of victory points before your enemy does. You gain victory points by capturing and holding strategic positions, which are flags. As long as you control more of these flags than your opponent, the victory points keep coming in. The longer a player holds a flag, the more bonus points accumulate. You can acquire these bonus victory points by decapping an enemy flag that holds these points. Before you start a skirmish or multiplayer match, you have to make your first strategic decision. Choose your hero and allocate units to either your first or second reserve wave using the available coins. During a game, you get 2 waves of reserves, which are unlocked at your HQ. The first wave is unlocked when you build a barracks and a workshop. Once this has been deployed, the second wave is available for you when you upgrade each of these buildings. Each reserves costs resources, permanently increasing your population cap, and can quickly change the tide of a battle. In multiplayer matches, you can play against or with other players. You and 2 friends against the AI, you and an AI against your spouse, or you one-on-one against a kid from the other side of the planet. All of this is possible. You can set up any custom match you want, or you can click Quick Match if you want to play any match that is available. You can generate an invite code to give to a friend or share in your favorite community. When you play ranked matches, your multiplayer progress is saved, and the game tries to find suitable opponents for you based on your performance. Keep an eye open for free multiplayer maps, tournaments, and other events after launch. While playing the game, you have the opportunity to unlock achievements, level up your profile, and unlock cool rewards like skins, new avatar portraits, loading screen artwork, and much more. By replaying campaign missions with added goals and/or by acing challenge maps, you can prove your mastery. Also, your skills and determinations will come in handy on your own season tree. Here, dozens of challenges await you, each unlocking a reward. If you manage to complete all the challenges in a week, you'll be awarded a prize. But That's not all. If you manage to complete all the challenges by the end of the season, bragging rights await you, and an even better reward. Iron Harvest is a living, breathing game, and our fans are the heart of it. Join our Discord if you have questions, and become part of this great RTS community.